Welcome back to Roofing Insights. I'm your host Dmitry. In my last video, I shared my personal story, how I started a business with no money and how you can do the same thing. It is possible to start a business with no money, but it's impossible to grow a roofing business, roofing company without the money. Thank you so much for coming. In this video, I will explain in detail the key components of any roofing business out there, modern roofing business, especially if you work with insurance companies. Pay attention. Each of these 6 components are super important. You cannot neglect any one of them. What we have here, guys, I call it a roofing business wheel. It applies, I would say, to probably 95% of the businesses out there, but especially it applies to roofing business. So key components are, you have to have your administration, your accounting, your sales, your marketing and your supplements, and your production. So you cannot run a business, you cannot run this wheel. So this is your wheel of business. For this to keep rolling, you have to constantly keep adding and improving each. In the beginning, when you're just getting started, you're probably going to be doing most of it yourself. You're going to wear a lot of hats. When I started the business, I was admin, I was accounting, I was in sales, I was marketing. I didn't do supplements, but I've been doing production. And then later, when you scale, when you grow, you're going to start delegating a lot of these tasks. Very important to know your strengths and weaknesses. So you need to know who are you, what are the best role for you in a company, because you cannot do for the rest of your life all of this. It's impossible. So for me, it was always marketing. I know a lot of guys, if you're selling right now and sales is your biggest strongest suit, stay there, maybe become sales manager in your company, outsource everything else. But this gives you a really good picture what your business should consist of and who is doing what in your company. So administration, it's all of your pretty much organizing your business, your paperwork. Make sure you're ready for that OSHA audit, for your taxes, your receipts that coming in. It's not accounting, but it's making sure that administration, it's making sure that people who call you, phones getting answered, data is being entered, whether it's complaints or new requests. Super important. Your business will not have any success in the long term if you don't have good organization, if you don't have good admin, if you don't have good receptionists. And how do you improve that area? You write scripts. When people call you, what do they say? Because for me, let's say we went through 10 different people, but over the years, they answer phones similar. Thank you for calling Storm Group. Thank you for calling your company. What do you want them to ask your potential prospect? What do you want them to say, and so on. Next one is accounting. Super important. What do you need for your accounting? You need really good software. We use QuickBooks. You can use anything you want, but you want to count your money. You want to look at the numbers. You want to look at the reports. You want to look at the cost per job, cost per lead, cost of your overhead. It's also your accounts receivables and payables. You want to pay people on Friday. You're not going to go far if you're not going to be paying your subs or your employees, so you're going to be missing payments to your IRS. So accounting is super important. Again, in the beginning, you can do it yourself. You can outsource it. Maybe your wife or relative can do it for you, but at some point, it has to kind of go in, and for this wheel to go, you have to keep improving your accounting. Next one, sales. I would say sales is a little bit overrated. A lot of people think that you can just go and sell and hire 5-10 sales guys and all your problems are going to be solved. Especially sales guys think so. It's just not the truth. It's just one of the 6. Sales definitely help, and sales do fix a lot of problems. But if you have good sales system, and like I've seen businesses going out of business because all they have is sales. They didn't have production, they didn't have good accounting, they didn't have good organization in office, and then it just takes one audit, a lawsuit. They didn't know their numbers. Like, for example, one of my really good friends, I'm not going to mention name, but he said that they have a glitch between their accounting software and their CRM, and they didn't know, but by the end of the year they were upside down $1 million. They got out of it, they paid for it, but I've seen it so many times, because when you focus on sales and you neglect your organization and accounting, for example, you don't see the numbers. You're just running Ponzi scheme, and it can be $40 million Ponzi scheme. You have to do everything right, not just one thing. Just because you can sell doesn't mean you have good successful business. Maybe it's good successful on the outside, but inside it's Ponzi scheme that's gonna just collapse before you know it. And how many examples we have of that? Next one, guys, it's marketing. Again, marketing is crucial. I believe and I teach that you should be spending at least about 5%. Some people spend 10, it's totally fine, but 5% is a bare minimum. This is your leads. So for you to have good sales, you have to have good sales system. It's going to bring your incomes and all of that, and you have to have a system. So you have to improve it, but you also have a system and good budget to get leads for your sales system, for your sales guys. And then last one is a supplement. I mean, if you do retail business, I didn't have supplementer until like recently, a couple of years ago, but you can outsource it. You just need to know what to do, what's resource for supplementing for you. There's a lot of companies who's doing it. I like to control my process, so I do have somebody in-house. You just have to figure out yourself. On average, by the way, in this industry right now, your increase of your sales going to be about 30%. So insurance companies shorten contractors on average in about 30%. So do the math. If you do, $1 million in insurance claims, just in insurance claims per year, you can pretty much count extra, 300K plus just from this department. Decision to make. Look at your numbers. But if you're doing, 200,000, then maybe you outsource it. Now, and the last one, it's your production. Very important. Obviously, you can sell all you want, you can collect all you want, you can supplement you want. You need somebody to produce it. You have to have really, really good process. For this, I would say CRM is crucial. So everybody talks. Without CRM, you cannot, it's impossible to run good production team. So those are 6 wheels. And the key to this business, guys, that you have to constantly improve every single one of them. You have to improve how you answer phone calls. A lot of people tell me, like, Dmitry, I don't have enough leads. And the first question I ask, do you have receptionists? If the answer is no, you don't have leads problem, you have organization problem. I guarantee you, if you don't have receptionists, you're wasting a lot of leads. People are calling you and not getting back fast enough. So you have to always improve in the office. You have to always improve in accounting. There is a lot of mess can be if you're not collecting fast enough, if you're not sending invoices, and so on. I have people coming to me 6 months later saying, Dmitry, I've never paid a bill because we never sent invoice, or maybe we marked it as paid, and because people were honest, they were paying us later. It can happen. Sales, the same thing. For you to have good sales system, you have to have good leads for the guys. You cannot just increase this, don't increase this. Otherwise, you're going to have 10 sales guys who go hungry, ask, hey, where's my leads, dude? And for some of you guys, your sales right here, responsible for accounting, marketing, supplements, and all of that. Maybe that's your business model. I mean, I feel bad for you because when your sales guys are your marketers, your door knockers, are your production managers, maybe they're even supplements. I've seen that and doing accounting, collecting checks. Why do they even need you? I mean, if your sales guy is your hub, is your wheel, guess what? That wheel gonna ride right under you, and you're gonna be just waving by, saying, hey, see you later, and you're gonna be left with nothing. It happens all the time. So I highly recommend you guys keep sales where the sales should be. They should be selling, and delegate everything else. And now you actually have a business, you have a company, you have an unstoppable machine. And for example, when I want to grow or scale a little bit, I might add 2 sales guys here. I might add, a little bit dollars here for the leads, another receptionist, and so on. So for example, for me, when I look at my numbers a couple of years ago when we were doing 4 million a year, just based on this, I knew that I could add 2 more people, and literally with everything else, with the same warehouse, with the same resources, double my sales to $8 million. With the 2 more people, 1 in here and 1 in here. When you understand the numbers, when you understand your business, you can make those decisions and you can scale accordingly. Hope, guys, it helps. If you want to get more in details, please check out our Roofing Insights class. We don't market you anything, we don't sell you anything. We literally teach you for 2 days how we do things. You come to our business, Class takes place in a hotel literally next door, and for a couple hours we have a tour in our business. I explain all of it. I literally open my books to anybody who wants to learn. You don't have to do everything I do. You don't have to use the resources I do. You just come in, learn what we do, and apply to wherever you wanna and make sense for your business. Roofing business is not that hard once you understand it, but it takes time to understand it. You're not gonna get there in 2 days, but 2 days is crucial to set aside to at least understand it. You can't learn it in one YouTube video. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you haven't checked yet, go to Amazon and type Roofing Insights. We put a lot of resources. Some of it is relative to this video, some books and some marketing materials that will help you scale your business. Thank you guys so much for coming. Don't forget to subscribe and comment.